And now on second down for this offense. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. It is going to be nearly impossible to hear right now, and this offense is going to have to get locked in. And now the offense will back it up 5 and try it on second and long. Sellers. Here's a heat. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Sellers to the air again. Under fire. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Gamecocks lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to run for it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Fourth down, Sellers finds his tight end. A terrific play to keep him from getting to the chains and forcing the turnover on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Going for the marker on the ground. He didn't make it. He needed one, and he's going to lose one instead. Great place to start for this offense. Running inside. It's Fuller. Fights off a defender.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable third down situations.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, South Carolina! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Really nice timing on that throw by the quarterback. Took his steps, he hitched, he got rid of it quickly on a line, put it on his guy running straight down the field, and he's able to catch it in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Brown.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Complete to the left. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
That's a bang-bang play, three-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
Creates a little room. They make the stop, and they had to work for it. A nice little juke, and he'll have 7 on that one. And the Gators are in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
He's got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. To the air on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Pryor. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Wants to throw again. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Sellers from the gun on third down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Lots of running room. To the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be back. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah,
Breaks into the open. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Jones to throw, working that wide receiver screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And this defense doing a really good job with situational football. Both drives. Last drive gave up some yards, 0 points. This drive forcing a 3rd and long. You bring on the pass rushers. You get after them in a predictable situation.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Looking for a big play. Upstairs to make the catch. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you can tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page. Gets the big touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Here he comes with the return. Makes a move. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Now here's Sellers. Pocket breaking down. He slides past the 1st down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Sellers to throw. Going for it all. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the 1st half.
Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. And the Gamecocks are rolling down the field. To the air, it's Sellers. Release to the back. Got the quick pass. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Maybe a pickup of 2, and they'll stop him right there. And that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Fires left. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. The run inside. It's Ball. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Jones wants to throw it. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He goes right back to the air. The throw. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete.
But, guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and, man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked off, and he's got open room. Touchdown, Gamecocks. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Jones to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Throwing, Sellers. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the right. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Intercepted, and he's got a huge lane in front of him. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Gets it to him on the screen. On his feet at the 40. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. The Gators in the hurry up. Jones wants to throw it. Pulls it in. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Florida. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fuller. They bring him down behind the line of scrimmage, and now he'll have to go back to work to get over 100 yards again for the day.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense, and that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They'll keep it on the ground. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
this shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Finds his big tight end. Turning it on. He's at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, South Carolina.
It's so nice to have that tight end that can be a chess piece. You can move him around, and then guess what? He can break tackles. He can make explosive plays. You've seen tight ends grow and get faster and bigger and stronger, and they throw it to him short, and look at the speed. He does the rest for the long touchdown catch.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get...
Fires one high and deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. You got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day, but sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good.
All by himself down the middle. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Florida. Once he got some room, it was over.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped it.
They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. Two-possession game, going for the onside kick here in the third. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and I know you're down. I think it's always hard of when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the third quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. Oh, he's got some space. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just we've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Got his man down the middle. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. The Gators want to move quickly.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Jones to throw.
And that run really didn't go anywhere.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Continues to fight for yards. Inside the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Gator.
how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Running inside, it's Fuller. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Using the quick game. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to think.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gators. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Sellers. Unloads it left. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Rush is on him. They'll run the screen. There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots. And that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seen.
Oh, a lot of space. The 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he knows how to finish in style, a 66-yarder to the house. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Jones wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Second down, he'll throw it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide we are jumping one of these.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The run inside. It's Clark. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Play fake, Sellers. Quarterback moving. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping ends in the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over.
Makes a grab, past the marker. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it, and they'll maintain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So
he's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble. He's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play. But instead, he gives up the big safety.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the fourth quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Jones to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fuller. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Sellers. Pressure coming. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already being picked off multiple times, and that time, that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. He's got it down the middle, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Gamecocks looking to convert on fourth down. Fourth down, Sellers. Slings it downfield. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there and they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the fourth quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
Looking left. Tosses it incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Jones wants to throw it. Under fire. Zings it complete to the right. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. The Gators will hustle to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Gators have their offense in high gear.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now overthrown.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Bunch formation for these receivers. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Sellers to throw. He unleashes a long one. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. So now it's 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Running inside. It's Fuller. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Jones to throw. Firing to the right, complete.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what...
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. A strike downfield. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Gators moving quickly to the line. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. At the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Quarterback sneak. And this play will be for no gain, and that is going to do it. Final play of the 4th quarter. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So, big ranked win today. And hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That's going to do it for us as
Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. Hi, folks, and welcome to this highly competitive matchup. It's the Clemson Tigers against the Texas Longhorns. Great to welcome in Holly Rowe now, reporting from the sidelines. Holly?
Guys, guys, I caught up with Coach Steve Sarkisian before the game. This is a fun matchup here today for conference bragging rights. The SEC versus the ACC. These are two teams and two conferences that are always trying to get chippy. Talk about who is the more dominant league. They'll have a chance to prove it here on the field today. Both coaches say they want to dominate at the line of scrimmage and show just who is the more physical league. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Holly. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. And the wideout goes in motion. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Quarterback lost track of the play clock. That'll cost the offense 5. Empty set now, 5 wide. Looking to throw. It's Manning. First play taken, a deep shot. And that falls incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
This is just solid coverage in the back end, and they told us that they were going to be aware of these deep shots. They knew that they were going to get some aggressive calls from this offense, and here it shows up early in this game. But again, the coverage is sound, and what I love about them is their ability to track these routes deep down the field. Try to take a shot, but the coverage is there.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Lets it fly to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Coleman. Sees an opening. Breaks into the clear. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Texas.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Returner choosing to field this one. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Looking for a gap. It's Davidson. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. The Tigers hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, the key to third down success is being good on first down. And here the defense does a great job on first down, bowing up and stopping the run. And that's the key to this thing. If you can create long yardage situations, now they have to throw the football, and that pass rush can start getting after it. Just not quite on the same page. There are some days you get to the park and it's just not working, and this is just an incompletion that I can't explain.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Really good timing from this secondary. The contact arrives right when the ball arrives, and it's able to dislodge it. Great job from them. Incomplete pass.
So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Trying for a fourth down completion. The pocket breaking down.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. They told us they wanted to be aggressive, and this is certainly an aggressive call here on fourth down. You just have to execute. They're unable to do that. Credit the defense for getting off the field, and now they've got great field position.
Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle.
I've always been a big believer that you build defenses front to back and inside out. There is nowhere to go in the middle of this field right now. They're doing a great job of not allowing that offensive line to gain traction at the line of scrimmage. It's a beautiful stop right there. Really nowhere to go in the middle.
A run to the left, trying to find pay dirt. Powers to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns.
This is exactly what you're trying to do, is take advantage of quality situations. And here they're set up with great field position. You walk on the field as a quarterback specifically, and you're telling your guys, we got to punch this in the end zone. That's exactly what they did.
Point after, knocked right through. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage, but he should have left the ball in the end zone. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Back in motion now. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's really solid defense, being gap sound here in their defensive front seven. And they're doing a great job against this run game. They knew that that was going to be a point of emphasis here today. They wanted to stop the run first, and they're doing that.
They look to throw it here on second down. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
This group is just not on the same page right now. The timing, something about this offense seems off, and clearly the quarterback is feeling that.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. The pass is intercepted. He goes down, but snags the ball and gives this defense a takeaway.
Chris, I think the true measure of a quarterback is not how you're playing when everything's going well, but how quickly can you bounce back from a mistake. And here, interceptions are going to happen, but what does the quarterback do moving forward? How quickly can he get back into rhythm?
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. And they make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 6.
Well, Chris, finally they get that run game going. I've been asking them to run it better on first down. They finally do, and here, lo and behold, they move the chains. Good job up front. Running back gets loose, and now you got a first down.
First and goal, handoff. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
As the field condenses in the red zone, it becomes so difficult to run the football, and I think it becomes even more difficult to do it out of the shotgun. Because remember, you need space, you need to put the defense in conflict, and if you're not able to do that, then you need extra blockers. You need the tight end, you need the fullback, and you need to get downhill. You can't really do that out of the shotgun.
Tackle is made, but the ball is spotted at the 4.
Well, that's going to bring up third and goal, and on third down in a goal-to-go situation, I always think about players and not plays. Who are your best guys? What are your best?
Touchdown, Texas. They go to the air to reach the end zone.
That is how you capitalize on great field position. You get aggressive, and you go and you put the ball in the end zone. You can't settle for a field goal at that point. For an offense, you step on the field, and the quarterback, you know you got to put that ball in the end zone. They're able to do so. That's a really good job by them, and a solid throw for the touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for the wide out. Almost intercepted, falls incomplete, but a risky attempt there. Would have been his second pick today.
He's rattled right now. He throws a pick on the last drive, and Chris, he comes out here, and this is the type of series that you want to see that short memory, and you want to see a quarterback get back to his roots and use that offense, and here he throws the ball right back into a precarious situation. That one should have been picked off.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. He'll throw it now. It's going to be incomplete. Tried to make something happen on the run, but nobody open. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
That's just a great defensive series. They're getting off the field right away. 3 straight.
Wait, check this out, Joel. The offense is going to go for it here on 4th down. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. It's another deep shot. Can't connect in the long throw. Incomplete, a 4th down stop. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. Now the offense is set up with a short field. Receiver in motion now. Handoff here from the shotgun. Fighting off the defender. Pointing toward the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. This offense is still clicking.
That's exactly what you want to do on offense here. You've got the lead, and then you've got a short field. Put the pedal down. Get in the end zone, and now they're able to do that. This offense is in a great rhythm. That needs to continue the rest of the day.